Don't call it a comeback, call this a temporary comeback. This camera is mine. Hello everyone. Today is a really weird day for me. I'm gonna analyze it bit by bit. Today being the 4th of June 2012, not only in a manner of numbers, but personally schedulally, completely resembles that of Pink Floyd's Atom Heart Mother. The mean of the day and the month, 4 plus 6 equals 10, divided by 2 is 5. There are 5 songs in the album. 5 tracks. Now, the month is June. It's the 6th month out of 12. Now, in Atom Heart Mother, there are 6 segments, including Father Shout, Breast Milky, Mother 4, Funky Dung, Mind Your Throats Please, and Remergence. Let's spread out the numbers in the year 2012. 2012. 2 plus 0 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 plus 2 is 5. That's 5 again. Now, that's the number thing gone out of the way. Let's get down to the schedule. The first lesson of the day was history, and we had to schedule our exam rather early because our teacher is going to do an AP reading, which is pretty boss for him. I'm going to resemble the exam to Atom Heart Mother, the first song and the longest song on that track being at 23 minutes and 44 seconds. That is the longest song on that album and the longest song done by Pink Floyd. If you don't count Shine On You Crazy Diamond Parts 1 and 2 merged together, but it kind of nullified because the merging together doesn't really fit, but at the same time it still is the longest, so I'm not really sure what to conclude with here. Now, the second and third lessons of my day were writing and Arabic class, so I'm going to symbolize those as the second and fourth track. If and Fat Old Son. If for writing class, because it's the most relaxed. If is the most soothed out and calming track of the entire album. And there is no way to define If as anything energetic or fast, because it's all slow, and so is the solo. Now, I can say that the solo in Fat Old Son can represent the usual day of my Arabic class, because it's not really as relaxed and laid back. Our teacher doesn't generally stay cool. She's always up and about and yelling, but not always aggressively. Not always. So yeah. And then comes Summer 68. Summer 68 gives you that sort of neo-retro feel, but not like neo-retro as in Lana Del Rey neo-retro, as in Pink Floyd's own manner of neo-retro. And when we think neo-retro, we think relaxation and just permanent happy. Break time and lunchtime! So that's a thing. So that's one. I'm gonna have to say that there is like a part where Summer 68 quiets down. So from that part, I'm going to rip it into and put it into the first break and the second break that we usually have in schools. Now, today for my final lesson was an Algebra 2 test. So, therefore, the fitting song shall be Alan's Psychedelic Breakfast, the test, 13 minutes long. Now, another crazy thing is that Monday, today, is the second day out of 7 in the week. 7 minus 2 is 5. Now, 2, Monday, plus 3, which are 3 segments in Alan's Psychedelic Breakfast, Rise and Shine, Morning Glory, and Sunny Side Up. Those 3, 5. 5 is the album of the soundtrack, real fucking surprise. So, that's the thing. Also, there seems to sort of a side note that if there were 2 tests on this day, and they were at the beginning and the end of the day, you would have the day represented by the Wish You Were Here album. Because the 2 tests can be represented as the bookends of Wish You Were Here, both parts of Shine On You Crazy Diamond. Now there are 9 sections in both parts together, so 9 minus 4 is 5. 5 tracks on the Wish You Were Here album. Now, break time. Break time would be easily said to be Welcome to the Machine, because there are 2 bits of the song. singing and solo. No, intro, singing, solo. Intro, singing, intro, outro. Singing, solo, outro. So those will be split into two, being the break and the lunch. Get the drift? And then in between the two classes left behind will be have a cigar and wish you were here. So that's one thing. Now, second off, if the exam would be at the end of the day, it will be represented as the metal album. Why? Well, the first three classes, sorry, would be represented by the equally long three songs on the album. One of These Days, Pillow of Winds, and Fearless. Get the drift? Now, they all equal to about 5 to 6 minutes long, each of them. Now, the lunch and break time would both be represented as Seamus and Saint-Tropez, being the shortest ones. Because literally, I have 4 classes every day at school, and two breaks. It's normal. And each class lasts around an hour and a half, and we do more, so it's better. And the last class would be the exam, Echoes, the longest song on that album, 23 minutes and 31 seconds. If you think about it, when you think about sort of a vinyl style, Echoes is basically those other songs are like a single for Echoes, sort of that way. Now, if there were 3 tests in the day, and it doesn't matter if they are in the first or the last, they would be easily represented as the Animals album. Plus, if you stole the 8-track version of Pigs on the Wing, plus parts 1 and 2 together, then it'd be easier. Because obviously we'd say that Pigs on the Wings 1 and 2 from the original Animals album would be Breaking Lunch, despite being so small. Dogs, pigs, 3 different ones, and sheep would all be all 3 tests. And the first class of the day, or the last class of the day, depends on what, Pigs on the Wing parts 1 and 2, the 8-track version would be represented as that class. So, there you have it. I just represented my day resembling to Atom Heart Mother in reality and some hypothetical expectations. What could happen? Of course, I wanted to end this on a happy note, but unfortunately, what I've just heard recently, I might as well end this on a little minorly more darker note, because as of half an hour ago, I found out that Edward Gil, aka the man who sang the song, the Trololo song, has passed away today, and it's really weird, you know, because he sang this weird song that has touched people's hearts and yet creeped them out at the same time. Maybe it's also because of the music video. And yeah, that's it. See you guys later.